Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. Welcome to the Cricket Happening Show. This is going to be a very brief Cricket Happening Show because there's only one thing that I'm going to talk about, and that would be the preview of the third Test match, which is coming up tomorrow. It's going to be played at the Bull Ring, as we call it, the Wanderers in Johannesburg, as it is known as the Bull Ring, as you would all remember, and that is going to be played tomorrow. So we know Wanderers in Johannesburg has a lot of pace and bounce, but for England, well, they have nothing to really worry because they are already in a real confident mode here. Already taken the 1-0 series lead with a very convincing victory over the South Africans in the previous Test match, and now the focus will be shifting on to the third Test match, which starts tomorrow, as I said, at the Bull Ring in the Wanderers. Let's have a look at the South African team. Let's have a look and see what South Africa. Now, South Africa definitely suffering from not having Dale Steyn, who is a prime strike bowler. There's no Vernon Philander. Yes, we all know that, but still, it has been pretty hard for them. If you look at the bowling attack, that is where I feel that South Africa looks to be like a problem area for them. Looking at that, if you look at the bowling, other than Morne Morkel, who is the most experienced, it consists of Kagiso Rabada, who has just made his mark in international cricket, but is yet to really do something in the sense he's still yet to establish himself. And then they have Chris Morris, who was just roped in, making his Test debut, which was good. And he was also costly, as you would remember, and so it could now. So basically, because of Dale Steyn not being there, it is opening up an option for Hardus Villoven. I'm told that Hardus Villoven is a pretty good pace bowler. He has a very good. I'm told that in the South African domestic tournaments, he has had a very strong first-class record at the Wanderers. So he would be hoping that that really smiles on him tomorrow. The domestic record that he has at the Wanderers in Johannesburg. So, as I said, for South Africa, the main problem to me has been whether the South African bowling attack, in the absence of Dale Steyn, possesses the strength to bowl out the opposition twice. So that is the question for me, and I think that is the one which has to be answered by the South African bowlers tomorrow. So it is going to be a contingent of Hardus Villoven, who should be probably making his Test debut tomorrow. Then we have Chris Morris. So there's other than Kagiso Rabada, who really packs a punch when he bowls. Morne Morkel, yes, for sure, with his pace and bounce, he can be a very some factor. But I think Morne Morkel has been forced to actually shoulder the burden. Not only Dale Steyn, there is no Vernon Philander too, and because Vernon Philander is a very good swing bowler, and he was also one who could have made a difference. But nevertheless, one has to do with what one gets, and I think for South Africa, the focus would be, according to me, as to how the bowling machine goes for them. Let's have the South African batting has been pretty good, I thought. Dean Elgar has been really playing very well. He has really established himself into the South African lineup. Quinton de Kock would be the wicketkeeper, but Quinton de Kock, well, he could not get amongst the runs. But one good thing for South Africa would be in the previous match, on a good batting pitch, Hashim Amla showed how it could be played. So he is coming on some great form. He is no longer the captain. So it will be interesting to see that tomorrow we have something new happening as far as the series is concerned, and that is South Africa have a new Test captain in A.B. de Villiers. With Hashim Amla just playing as a player. So A.B. de Villiers will be the captaining the side, and Hashim Amla, well, one hopes that all his burdens are reduced now, and he could probably play with a very carefree attitude. But well, I wouldn't say that because we definitely saw that in the second Test match. In the second Test match, he stroked the ball pretty well. That was quite a different thing. That it was a good batting pitch. So Hashim Amla. Then we have A.B. de Villiers. I mean, nothing to really talk about A.B. de Villiers. We all know what a destructive player he is. And they have du Plessis, who has run into some sort of form in the previous match. And Temba Bavuma, as he became the first South African black player to actually score a century. So he's also going in with some confidence. and then they have JP Duminy to strengthen their batting coming lower in the order. So I think the South African batting definitely has a lot of teeth, which can really play the English pace bowling, James Anderson, Stephen Finn, Stuart Broad. But other than that, the South Africa, for the question mark would be, according to me, one has to see how the bowling machine goes. That is what is going to be the prime focus tomorrow. If the bowling can really do something out of the ordinary, then South Africa definitely would have a chance. Well, now let's have a look at the England team. England definitely marching with lots of confidence, no doubt about it. Alistair Cook, the captain, leading from the front. Alex Hales, I'm told, is suffering a throat infection on the eve of the test, and he's a doubtful starter. So probably they will take the decision when just before the match starts. And so it's possible. It's quite a possibility that Alex Hales might not play tomorrow, and it might. Alex Hales has definitely he has been not finding his groove at all. He has been struggling in this particular test series. But Nick Compton is doing a fine job. So Nick Compton might open with Gary Barron. So one has to wait and watch if Alex Hales is not fit. Joe Root, as usual, his consistency is definitely shown up, but probably one would expect Joe Root to still show a bit of more consistency, because he's a person who is sort of a real kingpin in this England batting lineup. James Taylor has been doing a fine job as a batsman. Ben Stokes, we all saw what he did, breaking that record of his own the previous great player Ian Botham. And Ian Botham has said that at his age he thinks Ben Stokes is extremely talented than him. So that is a big tribute coming in from Ian Terence Botham of England, the cricket commentator now. So Ben Stokes still has a long way to go, but definitely he has already proved his mettle with that fastest double century by an English batsman in Test cricket, and then fastest double century by an English batsman, beating Ian Botham. Johnny Bairstow is also doing a very, very good job. He's chipping in there, staying at the wicket. He's doing a fine job too. Moeen Ali is another one who comes in at number 8 to really strengthen this England batting order. And then the bowling. The bowling is the one which is the real sort of big nut to crack for the South Africans. It consists of James Anderson, who is already on to a nice spell, and tomorrow, as far as this particular match goes, James Anderson is on to a particular record. As you know, Sir Richard Hadley of New Zealand has 431 wickets, and if he takes in this particular test match, if he takes 5 more wickets, he will race past Sir Richard Hadley of New Zealand, and he will be the 7th. He will be placed 7th among the all-time list of pace bowlers. So that'll be interesting to watch whether he can get a 5 wickets in this particular test match at the Wanderers in Johannesburg. Wanderers in Johannesburg, let me tell you, will definitely aid the bowlers. I'm told that the pitch is a bit dry, so that is not pretty good news for the pace bowlers, I reckon. And it's also having some lot of cracks, so probably it could mean that it could probably aid the spinners. Well, so that is going to be interesting. So cracks on the surface definitely will aid the spinners. So, but one has to wait and watch. And also, it has been pretty hot there at the Wanderers in Johannesburg of late, and I'm also told some afternoon thunderstorms are also expected to probably hit. So, but I think normally the Wanderers in Johannesburg, you have seen, it affords a lot of pace and bounce to the players, to the bowlers, and it is a happy hunting place for the bowlers, according to me, Wanderers in Johannesburg. But what is very interesting to me is that they say the pitch is dry. It is also cracking. So cracking, definitely, as I said, probably during the course of the match, one would probably see the spinners coming into the equation pretty soon. So, well, considering that, I would say it would also be interesting to see what would be the outcome once the captain wins the toss. So whichever captain wins the toss would definitely see to it that that particular team does not bat last in this match. So definitely, I'm sure whichever team actually wins the toss at the Wanderers in Johannesburg tomorrow will definitely elect to bat, because nobody wants to be playing on the last day. Looking at what the nature of the pitch is, and if because in the fourth and fifth day, definitely the pitch will definitely crack a lot, and also the footmarks and the wear and tear. So it could be life could be pretty difficult. So tomorrow I would say at the Wanderers in Johannesburg, for me, the toss will be a very, very crucial as to see who wins the toss. And I'm sure whichever captain tomorrow wins the toss, I'm sure looking at the nature of the pitch, would definitely elect to bat, because they don't want to be caught on a last day wicket affording extreme turn and bounce on the pitch. And there's also cracks, so probably even the pace bowlers could probably hit the cracks and some unevenness might come about. But it will be interesting to see how the Wanderers Stadium pitch pans out tomorrow at the Johannesburg. But other than that, as far as cricket news is concerned, I'm trying to see whether there is any cricket news that I actually share with you, dear fans and subscribers. We know the first one-day international in Australia, India is over. De Villiers has hinted that, like saying that he doesn't feel that he'll be there for a long time, even though he has become the captain of the South African team due to Hashim Amla getting out of the captaincy position. So he says he's very unsure of the long-term future. And there is also something making news as far as cricket is concerned, but it is also making news for all the wrong reasons. Right now, one does not know the name of the player. One is told that there has been one former South African cricketer who has been charged with match fixing. But right now, the name has not been revealed. And I'm also told that probably is a domestic player. One does not know. As I said, we don't know whether he's an international player, he's a national player. But one thing is sure, he was playing in the Ram Slam T20 tournament, which is an annual feature there in South Africa. And I'm told that there is one person from South Africa who has been actually called for match fixing. So the investigation is going on, and we will soon, but till now they have not revealed the names. He has just been charged, so probably the charges have to be proved first, and then we'll know. But I have to say that it is pretty unfortunate that such occurrences are repeatedly happening in international cricket, even though I think a lot of good rules are in place as far as ICC are concerned, where they really see to it that they put a lot of controls, as you all know. Despite that, it's very sorry to see that these things keep on occurring in international cricket to mar the image of international cricket. One only hopes that this particular ill is totally rooted away from cricket at some point of time. And also one news that I would share for all the English subscribers and friends. I'm told David Mallon, who plays for Middlesex, and there's also Angus Fraser, the coach, thinks pretty highly of David Mallon. He has done a good job, I'm told, in the England Lions, playing for England Lions United at Emirates. He did a pretty good, he was in pretty good nick, and he also scored on a consistent basis. There's a lot of talk going on whether David Mallon will be one of the contenders to actually figure for England in the T20 World Cup. So it's going to be interesting. But nonetheless, that really sums up my cricket happening show for today. Hope you all loved it. And as I said, a wonderful match is coming up at the Wanderers Johannesburg. As you know, we all call it the bull ring in cricketing parlance. And one is really waiting to get a glimpse of it tomorrow when the match starts. I'll be back tomorrow with a first display report on the third test match between South Africa and England at the Wanderers in Johannesburg. Till such time, I see you.